What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's Monday night, y'all, 8 o'clock Eastern. You know what time it is. Let's kick off our barbecue week. Obviously, today's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. Uncle Steve's the best. 16 amazing flavors with the new magic ribs. You know, the new magic ribs, the dessert shake, the original, the spicier. You can't go wrong. He has a flavor to fit all your profiles. Incredible customer service. If you have any shake questions, you call it out, call the number and on the website, and he's the one who answers. He's shaking it. He's bottling it. He's shipping it. He's cleaning up after it. He's doing it all. Check him out at UncleSteveShake.com and check out on Facebook Uncle Steve Shake Nation for all the latest videos using the shake lines and special deals and occasionally a little giveaway here and there. But Uncle Steve Shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market in Royce City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an incredible job there. The freshest meats, the freshest produce. It's your one-stop shop for all your barbecuing and grilling needs. They, like I said, meat, protein, rubs, sauces, anything else you need for any sides to go with it. It's all there for you. They can do special cuts for you, the whole nine. And if you're feeling a little hungry, grab a bite to eat. Sit down with the boys, sit a spell, talk some Q, talk latest, anything. It's the local hangout, and just kick back and relax for a minute. Check them out, Joe's Meat Market in Royce City, Texas. You know what it is, Joe's Meat Market for the win. And for today, just want to wish Gabriel happy birthday, brother. We love you, man. Many more to come. Many more to come. All right, let's see who we got. Let's go. Daddy Dutch, what's up, brother? Bat, what's up? Chris Rosinski. Judge Webb, what's going on? Tom, what's going on, brother? Mad Max, call you out, brother. But guys, it's going to be a great show today. I've known Wes for about a year or so now. You know, been following his podcast a while, and he had me on sometime in October, I think. We were just about to make the transition from the studio to here. Like I said, great guy, great show, a lot of great guests. Did a great interview last week with the Sausage Sensei. But yeah, so without any further ado, let's bring him on and get to know the People's Pitmaster, Wes Phillips. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? What's up?
Nothing.
Glad to be here.
Pit Life Barbecue and Smoke Ring Syndicate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, brother,
Smoke Ring Syndicate.
How goes the day? All right.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. A little cooler here today. We've got hopefully our last cold snap down here in Atlanta, and we can get into the spring / blazing summer here probably in the next week or so. So getting ready for all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah, it's there. We're finally the snow. Most of the snow has gone up this way, so we
We'll get that.
You're lucky. I'll take it all for all of y'all. But yeah, it's been warming up here nice. So Everything's about to start kicking off. But Wes, for anybody who might not be familiar with you, let's start with you first. You know, who's Wes Phillips? How you got into barbecue? Things like that.
Okay. So I'm Wes Phillips, aka the People's Pitmaster. I started barbecuing. I've really been cooking for most all of my life. I don't personally recall it, but I've had the parentals telling me the stories. I was cooking at 5, 6 years old, and just have always cooked. Did a little bit in high school, got away from that, and went to work for an ambulance service. Did 15 years with the ambulance service, and probably the last 10 years with them did Nurses Week for the hospitals and the nursing homes. So I would go out, pull my big pull behind grill, and cook for the entire facility and that sort of thing. Uh, that ended in 19, and then probably in 15, 16, I started kind of perusing the internets, as you will, and run up on a little barbecue group, Backyard Smokers Barbecue, and been with them for quite some time. Uh, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much the guy for that group. I've got a host of folks that help me there, kind of keep the peace and the moderation and that sort of thing. But everybody always would shoot me messages and say, "Hey, how do you cook this? How do you cook that? How do you do this?" And just I've cooked it before. I've cooked it once or twice, and would go into how best way to take care of whatever it was they were doing, and kind of people would start going, "Well, you're more personable than other pit masters. You're like the people's pit master," and kind of such became the name that I kind of started using. And
Yeah.
I catered for a little while in 19 prior to COVID, and COVID basically put me into the car business, and I've been there for the last 4 years as finance manager down here in Atlanta. And the barbecue podcast keeps me sane doing that once a week. So I started doing the Smoke Ring Syndicate podcast. It's based off of like barbecue lifestyle, um, and it's just kind of like different folks from different parts of being in the barbecue space, be it caterers, restaurateurs, sauce guys, rub guys,
Mhm.
podcast guys, just a little bit of everything, just to kind of keep me barbecue, at least barbecuing a little bit, even just because I don't have a whole lot of time, like free time, like I used to.
Mhm.
So, kind of keep me barbecuing a little bit.
Cool, cool. But what led you into actually starting the podcast? It's like everybody kind of has a little bit of story, and obviously you
Yeah.
did some thinking about it with on your approach to your show, the lifestyle and you know all that. But what was was it just, hey, let's do it, or was
Well,
it
it
something
was
else?
it kind of started with because I still work for the ambulance service when I first started back in 18, 19. And I was like, sometimes I got questions, and I would want to go and reach out to this person or to that person. And some of the conversations that I would have, I was like, you know what? I feel like other people would like to listen to this conversation. So it kind of started off just kind of listening into whatever random question that I had about whoever it was I was talking to, and I just I said, you know what, looks like it's pretty easy for me to start rudimentary recording this. I started in my I started in the closet of my room because that was the the best kind of sound quality that I could get, and literally just plug in headphones and that sort of thing, and holding the phone, and you have no idea how much noises you pick up just holding your phone. So Harry Sue was actually my very first guy that I had on the show, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Harry Sue," and I'm like, "I know, right?"
Oh, that's great. But yeah, it's like you said, you started in a closet because it was your best sound and trying not to pick up little things. And hell, we just literally, folks, before we went live, I went through three different attachments to get the damn microphone to work. The what the hell? The little adapters, two of these, sounded like a computer sound, the old dial-up type crap. And then went to the high end one, and it was better. But I guess the last thing I would say there would be an echo at the end of it. So we're back to square one on the mic. So like I said, we're doing it old school, but it's the little things,
Yeah.
Like I got a propane heater in the wall
Mhm.
here. And so that was when I was running the tests. It's like, okay, obviously it's going to be fine here in the spring, summer, and fall. But when it gets hit the winter here, it's gonna be damn cold down here. So
Yeah.
let me run that, see if that got picked up, and all types of different things, making sure there was not too much of an echo from the walls. And but yeah, it's the funny little things you pick up when you're trying to do something like this.
Yeah.
um, how long has the Smoke Ring Syndicate been rolling?
I think the first episode dropped in, I believe, in 19, late 18, early 19. Um, it may have been a little later into 19.
Nice. So yeah, we're running about the same because I was kicked off in August of 18. So you know, like you said,
Yeah.
you learn real quick
Yeah.
on. It's not just hopping on and talking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Well,
moving parts behind the scenes here.
yeah. Well, my very first episode that I did with Harry, like I recorded it and I started editing it down and realized that I say like 1.5 million times. Um,
Hmm.
and I sat on that episode for probably 2 or 3 months before I actually released it. And then I probably went another 3 or 4 months before I did another one, and then it kind of like just slowly, I got to the point to where I was doing once a month, one episode a month, one episode a month, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to do every other week. And last year was my first year trying to get every single week in, and didn't quite get there, but uh, you've set goals for yourself. I'm 70 something episodes in now. I've got some episodes that are kind of like the lost archive episodes that I probably should redo, but haven't.
Oh yeah, you find those, and it's like, oh, then like scheduling. Do you record on the same day, or
Mm.
are
I
you
have.
very flexible?
I have. Typically, the dealership's closed on Sundays, so Sundays are my recording days, and then Tuesdays typically I'm off on Sundays and Tuesdays, and then like today I get to leave out of there at 5 ish. I
Mhm.
didn't get home till like after 6, but made it in time to to be able to hang out with you and do this show. But typically Sundays and Tuesdays are my record days, and I try to get it earlier. I'm more of an early riser. I'll jump on at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning
Mhm.
and get it recorded. So I can go ahead and edit everything down and get it out. the following day, or a couple of days later if it's a Sunday show. So I release Wednesdays at 5:30 a.m. Um, try to, like I said, try to every week, but doesn't always happen.
No, it's it's tough. It really is. Like I said, I was blessed for being in the studio for so long because I didn't have to do shit. I just showed up and ran
Yeah,
my mouth, and Chrissy, and before Chrissy, Ben, and then Ed before that, they did all the work. So they did all the uploading and making sure that the mic sounded right, and so then when I got here, it's like, huh,
now you're the producer, you're the host, you're the
yeah,
booker.
I'm not just sitting there making phone calls and emails, booking guests and then showing up. Now it's the whole thing. And I have to admit, using the StreamYard platform makes it real easy,
Yeah,
to get the audio from the video so I can upload that, to the audio platforms. And so, yeah, I've been very pleased with using the StreamYards. It's made things a lot easier.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, yeah, see, and awesome. Go ahead, Dutch.
yeah.
I said it. Awesome. Drink. Yeah, apparently, some of the boys play a little drinking game. Every time I say awesome, they have to take a drink. So we'll see
That's
if we
an
can't through a fifth tonight.
awesome.
He's in. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Um, we'll roll with Harry right now. How did you originally meet Harry? Because uh, you've been with him at different events and traveling a little bit.
Yeah, really the only time he and I have been kind of like in the same room was in 19. He and I spoke, on the phone here and there. And in 19, I went out to Texas, to Midland, Texas. So Junior Urias was in Midland at the time. He was on season 5 of Pitmasters, and he and I had spoke. And he's like, "Man, you should come out to my event, or I guess technically it's a holiday,
Junior Urias
but
Day.
Junior Urias Day."
Yep.
And he's like, "Man, you should come out to the holiday. We're gonna hang out." And I was like, "You know what? I have a Harley Davidson. I'll ride that thing out to Texas." And he's like, "Man, don't worry about, I'll put you up in my camper, and we'll be good to go." And so I pull up, and it's like 108 in the shade, and quite sunburnt by this point, and I'm
About
just starting the weekend.
about
Say again?
130 on the Holly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and those Texas boys, they ride a little bit faster on the highway than we do here in Georgia. So running 80, you're getting past. But made it out, and went out to Junior's house, and he kind of showed me around, introduced me to everybody, and uh, I mean, he's kind of like, he and I had spoke online, and same thing with Harry, and it's almost like somebody, and especially those two guys. But we get the camper pulled around and get it set up at the store, and he says, "I hope you don't mind. Harry's going to be bunking with you." So Harry was my roommate for the weekend,
Okay.
and so that was very, very cool. And he and I, just hit it off, and got to hang out all weekend, and watched him, record his YouTube stuff, because he's a big YouTube sensation
Mhm.
now. He Folks have no idea how hardworking that man is. But now that he's retired from his regular job, I'm pretty sure he's traveling like twice as what he was, and he started 2 or 3 companies. Like, he is
Mhm.
all over the place.
Oh yeah. And beforehand we were talking too. on that, and I might as well just announce it now, ladies and gentlemen. April 15th, Harry Sue will be joining me for a wonderful conversation. So that was fun. But how that all started was obviously Harry has his line of seasonings, and he just did a collaboration with Jealous Devil. And I had seen it at my local Home Depot last week. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to have to pick some up and, grab some. And last Thursday or Friday, Harry put out a YouTube video saying that it's a trial thing. They're only doing 54 stores nationwide, and if you find it, do a quick little video. And he was going to pick 10 winners for a gift package. So I'm like, perfect, even better. So I went down there, did the video. Next morning, I got a message from Harry going, Johnny, send me your address. And we started chatting, and we were able to book the date yesterday, as a matter of fact. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to that. But like you said, it was, yeah, I can do that one day, and then I'm gone for like 3 months. It's like,
Yeah.
holy.
Well, and side note, make sure you email his guy.
I did. I did. He goes, message him, and then we'll go. And then apparently I'm no good at email, so I kept forgetting. So I'm having conversations with him, but forgetting to CC Harry on it. And it's like, oh, I'm like, I'm no good at this, guys, but thank you for your patience. But yeah,
Yeah.
all good. But like with his travel, you talk to a lot of guys who do the traveling, and it's in the States.
Yeah.
Harry goes all the way around the world,
Yeah.
and it is wild, and he never seems tired.
I have no clue when the man sleeps.
he is Daddy Dutch breaking my balls. Don't need a translator for Harry, haha. Obviously, you need one for me, but you need a speed controller. There you go. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so what are some of the pits you're cooking on? Or
So,
let's go. What was your very first?
uh, probably the little master built offset, the little rectangle with the little square offset.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I take that back. I had a gas grill that burned out that I just decided to put pans in the bottom of, and that's what I really started doing barbecue on that first.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of grilling before on charcoal, but once I kind of eased into the smoking world, I started with the burned out gas grill, and then we went to the master built, and just up and away from there.
Nice. Now, obviously, fast forward to today. You got a little bit of a collection going on things, or do you
Uh,
kind of want to get rid of one other one, keep the
I'm
playing field even?
I'm down to I've got a Rectech Bullseye, one of the original 680 Rectecs back before their spelling change. I've got a EcoQ, which I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. It's a good 7.5 feet tall cooker,
Oh wow!
um, and it's a two-person move. I mean, it's solid steel, and it's got three things. So it's got the top is a smoke chamber, the second is an oven with no smoke, and then you have the firebox under that. So it goes up beside it with the heat, and then it kind of the smoke goes into the top chamber. But you can bake a pie and smoke a butt at the same
Oh, that's
time.
cool.
And then I got a little pizza oven, and I think that's it. think that's it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Cooking a pie and the butter at the same time. I
Yeah,
like that. I can dig that. I can dig that.
yeah.
Robbie Galvin, what's up, brother? Junior Salinas, what's going on, my brother? Big Rome. Randy, what's happening? Simon, what's up, brother? I think I saw Smitty in here at some point. Robert Bam Bam, what's going on? Thank you all for tuning in. Uncle Steve, Elvis is in the building. That's right, sir. You know. Um, so the cookers. Now, do you do any competitions or you just straight,
I
local
so
events, things like that?
I did my first competition in 17, 18, and I did it's GBA. They have their pro side, and then they've got their I don't recall what they call it, like the amateur side or whatever you want to call it.
Backyard division type thing.
Back backyard. That's exactly what they call it. Did the backyard and did there because it was a two meat. It was pulled pork and ribs, and my pulled pork did okay. I think second, fourth place, somewhere in that neighborhood, and then ribs were first place, which uh, gave me the bite. And so my immediate thought was, let's go pro and see what happens. And that that was a slightly less successful cook. I ended up walking 10th place ribs my first time out. The pulled pork I don't think was I think maybe 30th out of 50, and then they do pork loin. And how I didn't finish last, I do not know because pork loin was the very first meat that was supposed to go in, but I wasn't doing it overnight, so it was like within a couple of hours of the turn in window is when I was going to start it. Threw it in the smoker, and I was cooking on an offset pull behind, um, like a little reverse flow.
Mhm.
And I'm like 30 minutes or so from having to turn in. And I mean, it is just barely creeping over 100 degrees. And I'm like, I got to do something. So I pull it out, wrap it up in foil, into the into the firebox it goes,
Oh!
and ruined a probe. Pulled it out when it hit, I think, like 148, and which was a good 15 to 20 degrees higher than it should have because I was cooking at about 450 degrees. Pulled it
Mhm.
out and let it sit, cool off a little bit, sliced it, sauced it, put it into the box, and I was like, "There's no way anybody's going to eat this and think it's anything other than very last place." But I finished sixth from the bottom. How I ended up sixth from the bottom, I have no clue because it
Gee.
was, I mean, everything that was left over went directly into the garbage. It was terrible.
Oh, but that's all right. At least you didn't hit the dead last. So
Yeah, well, I should have. I
yeah,
robbed somebody of that spot because I didn't deserve it.
it's the little wins, brother. It's the little
Yeah,
wins.
yeah. That
JB, what's up, brother? Let's see a couple questions from the boys here. Mad Max is asking, what's your favorite go-to seasoning?
talking to me.
Yeah.
It really just depends on what I'm cooking. I like a lot of the limited edition holiday stuff that RecTech puts out. I'm a big meat church guy, honey hog. Um, it really, I mean, I don't have I don't have a particular brand that I'm like, this is the only thing I use. There's so many great ones out there. Um, Probably my favorite as far as like a seasoning line is the kitchen flavors, and they're not necessarily a barbecue rub. Like they
Mhm.
have papas fritas seasoning. It's like a potato seasoning. They've got a rattlesnake ranch seasoning that is awesome on chicken wings. But he's um, he's not a barbecue guy, but he's got a bunch of different seasonings that are good that I enjoy.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Big Rome is asking, what's your favorite wood flavor? Obviously
Hickory.
being hickory.
I'm a hickory guy. Hickory
Oh,
or pecan. If I can get pecan, I prefer pecan, but hickory will do in a pinch. Hickory pecan, they're in the same family, so you're not too far off with either one.
okay, okay. I was gonna stereotype there for a minute and throw the old Georgia peachwood out there. But okay, all right.
Yeah. Now I'll use peach if it's available. It's not for me to get the level of quality peach that I want. I got to
Yeah.
go, down the road to the orchard, which, in fairness, there is an orchard within probably 15 minutes of my house. So I mean, I very well could, but I just fruit wood. I either like fresh, 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 or I'm going hickory.
All right, all right. And you're getting some praise here from Uncle Steve that he says it the right way. Pecan. You know, you
Pecan.
you you're not the old pecan guy.
No, not a pecan guy. We got indoor plumbing here.
Oh, JB says, let's meet in the middle. Bring me some hickory and let's trade some hickory for some pecan.
That
There you go. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
sounds good to me.
Oh, shoot, shoot. Oh, that's good. That's good. If you were to pick one protein, what would your favorite be? So I suppose that doesn't even need to be in the big four. You could throw out pork chop if you want.
Yeah, and I was sitting here thinking brisket if I'm going with the big four, but probably pork chop. I've been on a kick here as of late with the double cut pork chops.
Oh
Last
yeah.
the end of last year, my wife and I were out at the Publix, and like I just want like a big like a hardcore pork chop, and go to the butcher there at the Publix, and I'm like, can you do like a like a tomahawk pork chop? Is that something? And he's like, yeah, I got you. Hold on a second. And he comes back with these massive pork chops. Probably, I mean, easily, um, easily this thick.
Oh wow. Good 2.5 inch pork chop.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you hold it up and you're blotting the sun out with pork chop.
oh, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
No,
Mike, what's
not
up, brother?
not at all.
Drunken Chef Barbecue. What is going on? Um, yeah. Oh, you can't beat a good pork chop.
No,
And now you got me
no.
going. I haven't had pork chops in a while. I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I
swing
just
the market.
Yeah, we just did them probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and they'll probably be on deck again probably Monday or Tuesday next week, probably.
I think I might have to have pork chops for this weekend, brother. Thank you so much. You just took a load off my mind.
Yeah,
Stop off and see if I can't get a nice deal.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah. I
me.
do the as far as like the proteins, the pork chop's got to be the one. But I'm a avid like experimenter. Like I've done breakfast pot pies in the smoker. I do breakfast pinwheels with like sausage and dough that I roll up with cheese, and slice them into like meat cinnamon rolls and cook them on the
Hmm.
smoker. I'm planning to do breakfast lasagna in the morning, which should prove to be absolutely horrible or the best thing since sliced bread.
I think you're on to something there. We
Yeah.
Daddy Dutch and I, we were talking when we were down in Houston for the rodeo. Um, I'm gonna say we, and then I'm gonna wait for him to comment. What's this we shit? But I went out and got the stuff. So you cooked it, I got it. So there, take that. But we did breakfast pizzas,
Hmm.
and when we were down there, when I got back from Houston, I had Jess Riles on. And so it was the timing was perfect to be down in Houston. Went to HEB and got her line of sausages that HEB carries, and we cooked them up one night. And we had a bunch left over, so we threw some of that, some of the sausage on there. Daddy Dutch made his world famous jalapeno popper sandwiches, so we had the popper filling. Threw some of that in, some scrambled eggs, some we had some tri-tip left over. We had like a meat lovers breakfast pizza, and it was out of
That's
this world. So
that sounds
you might
awesome.
be on to something for the breakfast lasagna there, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not revealing exactly how I'm doing
Mhm.
it quite yet because it's
Okay.
still in my head, and I've been cooking it in my head for about 3 months now, and I think tomorrow's going to be the execution for the first one. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah. I do a barbecue lasagna. Boom. So I make like a regular lasagna, with the pasta and the ricotta cheese, but I throw barbecue sauce in there with pulled pork
Hmm.
as a meat. Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome. The first bite gets you because it looks like a meat lasagna, and
yeah,
then you bite and you're not getting any of the red sauce, the tomato
yeah,
sauce. You're getting the barbecue sauce. It's like, ooh, okay. But yeah, it
yeah,
worked out. So you're gonna have a winner there with the
yeah. Once
sausage.
you gotta kind of adjust because it looks like something different, and then you put it in your face, and you're like, oh, this is different, but this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I
There's Mad Max. He has a new breakfast sandwich coming that he's working on. He did one a couple weeks ago, Wes. It was basically a sausage fatty
hmm
sandwich. Oh, oh, it
Yeah,
was it was insane.
yeah.
No, hold on. We got a little something here there, Wes. We do a breakfast lasagna with French toast instead of the noodles. Ooh,
Okay.
interesting.
Well, my noodle is something different, not French toast, but French toast is a genius idea. That
That
that may
is,
end up being that may have to be the second attempt at it, but the first attempt is not French toast.
I did a breakfast sandwich once. I did a video with it when I used the cinnamon rolls, and I did smashed cinnamon rolls on the Blackstone.
Yeah.
But Mike's getting hungry over at work. Oh, video coming up, Daddy Dutch. Nice. All right. We're looking forward to that. I got to go back tonight and watch the rib video.
Yeah.
But,
You're talking about cinnamon rolls. You've seen the TikTok viral cinnamon roll hack where they use like the heavy whipping cream and the butter and all the extra seasoning or whatever. I tried that in the smoker. I did the heavy whipping cream on the bottom and then just seasoned my heavy whipping cream with the kitchen flavors that I mentioned earlier. They do vanilla, um, a vanilla butter sugar
ooh,
seasoning, and I hit the heavy whipping cream with that, and then I dipped the canned cinnamon rolls in, flipped them over, hit them on the top with the seasoning, and threw them into the smoker at about 270. But there was in my rec tech, and I put them in at 270, and I bumped them to 345, and just kind of watched the temperature, and those things came out awesome. I skipped the extra butter and all the extra steps that they do.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Oh, nice. Man, this is turning into Tootin' Daddy Dutch's horn tonight. He actually did with, where is it? Oh, that hurt. The Uncle Steve's the sweet dessert shake.
Mm-hmm.
He did pork belly cinnamon rolls.
I had that pop up on my feed
Yeah.
earlier today.
So, he pinwheeled them and had it all with the dessert shake, and oh, they looked fantastic. But I love it. And this is the dangerous thing about the damn phones now. Because I'm supposed to be working and doing stuff, and I'm looking at recipes and cooking videos, and don't tell my boss, but the hell
Yeah,
tell her. I don't give a shit. What the hell are they gonna do? I got 26 years in. I'm on the back nine. But oh
yeah.
man, yeah, those the videos. But yeah, ooh, the lasagna, the French. Oh Jesus Christ, so much for the diet. Oh man, oh man.
Try it next year.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Due to peer pressure, the Beachbody will not make an appearance in 2024. We're going to push off the release till 2025. Maybe.
Absolutely. Be
So,
discussed in 25.
absolutely. At least thought about for a minute. So, with the Smoke Ring Syndicate, what are some of the I guess the hiccups you might have come across, or some troubles that you didn't think of, you know, uh, um, and shit, even booking, you
Yeah.
know, how any
Scheduling,
nightmare or
scheduling, and then I've got one guy that I'm on the fourth or fifth. We've scheduled, I think, 5 times, and he stood me up 5 times. Um, I'm going to eventually get it. I know I'm going to get him, and I'll never mention who he is, but just know eventually he's going to be on the show. But I've had a couple of the reschedules. I had a pretty big name guy that was supposed to be on my show on a Saturday night, and there were far too many adult beverages in the vicinity, so that didn't happen. Um, Scheduling wise, or working the timeline to line up with Australia. Had me up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. just so that I could catch their evening
mm-hmm.
and get an episode in that way.
I ran into the same thing a couple weeks ago with Alan with the bacon book.
Yeah,
He's in Denmark. So it wasn't too bad. I think it was like 9 o'clock our time in the morning on a Sunday
yeah,
morning. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon his time. But you don't think of some of that stuff.
yeah.
It's like, ooh, goodness. So you trying to work that stuff out. Um, have you ever have you ever reached out to somebody, some asshole, and that asshole says, "Yeah, I'm down whenever," and you give him a date and time, and he goes, "Yeah, no, I can't do that."
Mm, I don't think so. No, I'm pretty well, other than you.
I fucking all right, folks. Here's the story. Wes hits me up. and goes, "Yo, you want to let's schedule something to come on the Syndicate." Sure, I'm down. Whenever. Then it's 5 o'clock Tuesday night afternoon. And I go, shit, that's not gonna work. I'm at work till 6:30. He threw like 4 different ones, and I'm like, God damn it! I go, I am, and I literally message you. I go, man, ain't I an asshole right now? And then we finally got it done on a Sunday morning.
Well, and that gives you an idea of how many times I get stood up that I didn't even that you weren't even that high on my list of people that have screwed me up.
Oh man, but yeah, it's we had a couple. The one I'm still pissed about because I haven't been able to reconnect with him and get something booked was Mark Lambert from Sweet Swine of Mine.
Yeah,
We had we jumbled up the time zones.
yeah,
So this is when we were at the studio. So it was 5 o'clock. So it would have been 4 o'clock. He was thinking 5 o'clock his time.
yeah.
Robbie Royal was in the chat watching. And he goes, Mags, hold on a second. He called Mark. Goes, where the hell are you? Well, I'm just getting stuff ready. You're supposed to be on the show a half an hour ago. He's like, oh, shoot. So I'm still working to get Mark back on.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when you do message me and remind me to do the same, because I had Ashley on, and I told Ashley and talked to Mark. So yeah, we got to do Mark pretty soon, and then do like a third episode with the both of y'all together for the show. And that was last year. I still haven't got around to it.
Yeah. In last year, he got real busy
Yeah.
doing that show, Barbecue Country.
Hmm.
Were you able to see that?
Yeah, I saw a couple of clips of it. Him and Harry was on it. A couple other guys on it off the top of my head. Um,
Yeah, Richard Fagola was on.
Leanne,
Yeah,
Leanne's who I was thinking of.
yeah. I actually just watched the season finale yesterday because it wound up finally getting on YouTube, all the episodes. And up here in the sticks of central New Hampshire, all the cable providers are friggin' terrible. So I
Yeah,
don't have the regular cable. So it's either got to come on one of the streaming services off the phone, or I wait till it comes out on YouTube. So I've been watching that, and it's a nice show. I like how they
yeah,
did it. It was different than the others. They teamed a professional with a backyarder, and threw in some little twists that were fun and interesting to see how they did. But yeah, if I get in touch with Mark, I'll send him your way too. But yeah, the scheduling can be a pain in the neck, and you ever forget to hit record?
never. I did. Oh, who was it? I think it was Bill, the Sausage Sensei. The first time I had him on my show, because he just recently did his second episode with me. But his first episode, he and I we could never line our schedules up, and we finally did, and just get the chit chatting, and I was like, I probably should have hit record. We went like 15, 20 minutes into the conversation. I'm asking him questions, and he's answering questions, and I'm like, oh, my little live thing's not lighting up. What? Uh, oh, we're not live, man. Can we recreate that? Like, so the first, if you watch that episode or listen to that episode, I feel like we did a pretty good job
Mhm.
of pretending that this was the first time we had asked the questions or answered the questions. But you can pick up a little bit of repetition in his response or my questioning.
Yeah, yeah, we did. The first episode from here, I did it. Because, like I said, now I'm the producer. Now I'm the everything. I forgot to hit the. We were good here on this end. I
Yeah,
forgot to hit the record on the soundboard.
yeah,
We're just going off, and thankfully it was Uncle Steve, so he was fine with it. But we got a good probably 2-3 minutes in, and I just looked at the soundboard to check the level. I went, oh shit! I never hit record. The red light wasn't on.
yeah.
um, but yeah, I did that once. Then I did it in Houston. I did a bunch of interviews on the grounds at the rodeo on that Thursday, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to some guys, and I went, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Why is this acting weird?" It's because I I hit it, it just didn't catch. So my apologies to Urkel from Uncle Pigs. I'm getting him on the show anyway, thankfully. But yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm like, why is this still up? I was looking at the menu
Yeah.
of it, upcoming. I'm like, "Oh, we already did it. How's it upcoming?" I'm like, oh shit. you know, Thought I hit record. Clearly, I did not.
Yeah.
But no, it's the little things. It's the little things.
Yeah.
Um, but while we're starting to wind it down, like I said, appreciate your time. What do you got lined up for the Smoke Ring Syndicate coming down the line?
I've got a couple of guys that are booked up. I've got Ed Riley that'll be on. I'll be recording tomorrow.
B and
Uh,
B,
tomorrow, hmm,
B&B.
formerly of yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, formerly.
He's Yeah, so he's been gone from B&B for a little while. Whenever they made their Dyna, whoever acquired them, Dyna, well, why the name escapes me
I
now.
don't know.
Duraflame, I think's one that acquired them.
Okay.
Um, he went away from them, so he's kind of into like distribution and like helping folks get into like different facilities with products now. But
Okay.
if you don't know, uh, Georgia Barbecue Day is now a state holiday here in Georgia, and that's coming up next Monday, the 25th, I believe. And so everybody will be down at the Capitol, but Ed is he's not an original Georgia guy, but he's way more Georgia than most, and he is a massive barbecue historian. I mean, he can literally tell you where the first barbecue contraption was found in Georgia.
Hmm.
And it was basically the first time the word barbecue was written was done in Georgia. So that's part of the reason they got the holiday now. So he'll be on tomorrow.
Oh,
Um,
good.
got him on tomorrow. I've got Mo Cason is in the works. A couple other guys. I'm I'm wanting to do very soon a rub roundtable and have 3 to 4 rub and sauce guys and just kind of do like just a roundtable episode for like somebody that's thinking about, you know what, maybe I'll get into the rub business and go, maybe this is the reason why you should or why you shouldn't.
There you go. That's a good idea. I like that. I like that. But yeah, you need to ask when you're talking with Ed. 2 questions you need to ask him: how many books does he have? And how big is his grill collection?
Oh, I'm well aware of the grill correct
Okay.
collection.
I I am still in shock over that answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I had well, and I had one of his grills for I had one of his antique PKs prior to him leaving B&B. They had me do a steak video, and I was like, well, I really don't have like a small grill. And he's like, oh, I'll bring you my PK. And he brought me this old school, like, 1970s PK. And I kind of hoped that he would forget about it, but I kept it, cleaned up in the basement whenever he would call for it because we don't live both live in Georgia, but we don't live super close.
Yeah.
It's a couple hours.
Cool. Cool. But brother, like you said, thank you so much for the time. Like you said, guys, check out the Smoke Ring Syndicate. It's a great show. Like I said, great guests. But there is one bit of business we got to go over. There was a mysterious video put out on the airways maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of last week.
Something like that.
You know a little bit more. It was your idea, so let's drop
So,
a hint without going too deep into
well,
media.
keep your eyes open. Listen to what you see on the internet. So we're toying with the idea of doing a double hosted barbecue show, similar to what we do here, but just kind of a host to co-host. I don't know who's going to be who quite yet, but we're still toying with that. But we're coming up on it, and we're hoping to be able to release the first episode pretty soon, and see how everybody likes it.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
It's
good.
going to be good.
Yeah. But you guys gonna have to stay tuned and keep checking them socials. Because I think we
Check the
were originally
socials.
gonna shoot for April 1st.
Hmm.
That's what we decided.
Yep,
So we will see. But
we're a couple
let's
weeks out.
That's right. Thank you, brother. Where can everybody find you and the show social media wise?
Social media wise, the Smoke Ring Syndicate, the Smoke Ring Syndicate, THE on the very beginning of that, thesmokeringsyndicate.com/podcast. The People's Pitmaster or the Smoke Ring Syndicate, either or, on pretty much all socials. And then you can also find me in the Backyard Smokers Barbecue group. About 85 crazy barbecue lovers from around the world there.
Beautiful, brother.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I got some new shirts coming. I'm gonna need
Woo!
your address. This has been my lucky barbecue podcast shirt for
All right.
several years now, but I'm fixing to start releasing them again. So I'm gonna shoot you one.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Wes, for taking the time. I appreciate it. Um, Next week we're gonna have some fun. Get your I don't know what you want to call it, tinfoil hats, dunce caps, anything you thinking hats. We're geek. At least I'm gonna be geeking out next week. We got the one and only Barbecue Hall of Famer Meathead coming on. Gonna go through some of the myths and stuff from his original book. We're gonna do some talking. Me and Meathead have been in talks for about the last 2 months or so, and scheduling was tough because he has a lot of deadlines coming with the new book that's coming out. Apparently, from my understanding, he has enough stuff for 2 books, so he's been at a little war with the editors of what's staying in this book and what's going and all that stuff. So yeah, Meathead will be in the house next Monday night, and tune in and geek out along with me because I'm going to stir the pot with him a little bit. And I'm going to start with beer can chicken, and we're going to run from there. So thank you all for tuning in, folks. Appreciate each and every one of you. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.